Well, good evening, Knicks Nation, and I'm sure I'm not the only one doing a special presentation. I was kind of expecting to have to do a Thursday night from, telling y'all from Sunday that the 29th was going to be the day things were going to start to happen. And what's up, Isaac Smith, my brother Lonnie, Lion of Judah, Cal Lobby, Laby, how you doing? Michael Drake, Superstar, my man Stephen Kelly. How are y'all doing? I hope you're enjoying yourself on Thursday. Sam, Harrison Dolan, Alexander Rivera, Johnny Davis of the Washington Wizards, Ralph Petito, what's up? Camarillo, Jarvis, my brother 2189, Rich ML Marshall, Tears, I'm a forever cash. Yashia, what's up? Otherwise known as Isaiah. What's up? Carlos Delgado, Walter Blackman, Parrish Duger, how you doing? G Castino, Tony Tippins, Roberto Mendez, V Dash, my brother out in the PR, out in the Boricua, how you doing? Moshe Katanov, how you doing? Jack Savas, Zadarius Kincaid, Mr. William 1072. I hope all of y'all are enjoying yourselves on this Thursday. Pack a punch, Ralph Petito again, Jason Vizcara, how you doing, brother? Deshaun Wilson, my brother, what's up? Anthony Desiri, how you doing? Above the Rim, what's up, Franz Germain? Hey, my man Craig McQueen, how you doing? L Scientific, Jay Bianco, Philip Casanovas, Cool Kev, how y'all doing? Rafael Paulino, Cole, Kyle G, L King, Carlos Perez, how everybody doing, man? So, all right, like I said, I was kind of anticipating, I think I mentioned it on Sunday, I was anticipating having to do something Thursday because, and I took a couple of days off knowing that Thursday was going to be a day we was going to do something because the 29th was going to be a big day. And it already starting off. Here we are. Shalom, Organic Nick, my brother Steve Jordan. What's up? Saucy Thomas. So, three things. Hart opted in. We talked about that this morning. We'll talk about the ramifications of that. Knicks being mentioned with James Harden, not what you think it is. Let's talk about that. IQ in the $100 million request. We'll talk about all of that. And so let's start off with the Hart opting in. Now, this morning I told you, if Hart opts in, the Knicks are trading Obi Toppin. Okay, so for Hart, and I'm telling you, for Hart to opt in, it gives the Knicks the $12.4 million exception. It keeps the Knicks under the luxury tax. Now, this has wider ranging ramifications than many would believe. So, with this understanding, okay, for him to opt in, and the Knicks have this $12.4 million. Couple things. We know now, I'm going to tell you right now, 100% chance the Knicks are going to sign Dante DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo will be a Knick by Monday. Okay, that's going to happen. Probably before that. But he's going to definitely be a Knick by Monday, July 3rd. Mark it down. It's going to happen. He's going to be a Knick. Okay, we're going to have Dante DiVincenzo on the Knicks. Now, that means Obi Toppin's leaving. Okay, now, they probably have, knowing the Don, okay, y'all should know, the Don don't just make no moves without having a move already in his back pocket. He probably has a couple of options on an Obi Toppin trade. Some of those options might be Obi with just Fournier. Some of those options might be Obi with RJ. I doubt if any of them are Obi with Randall, because if you're trading Obi, that means for sure you're keeping Randall. So you're going to have Obi being traded. The combination is definitely going to at least be Fournier's contract, and it might include, depending on the player, RJ Barrett. Okay? All right, so now, okay. No, IQ is going to be here. We're not talking about IQ right now. You didn't hear me say nothing about IQ, so let's wait. Okay, so Hart opting in means Obi's going out. Now, what it does not mean is that the Knicks are not, listen carefully, the Knicks are not going over the luxury tax. Why do I mention that with such emphasis? Because whatever player the Knicks obtain aside from Dante DiVincenzo, in other words, if they were going to get an OG Anunoby, if they were going to get any other player you name, it's going to be dollar for dollar. There's not going to be the Knicks sending out more, getting in more dollars than they send out. That's not going to happen. The Knicks are not going to do that. So you can pretty much forget PG-13. Okay, you can forget that. That's not going to happen. They're not taking $47 million. You understand? That's not going to happen. So they're staying under the luxury tax. You can understand that, right? So the 12.4, that's going to be the range that they're going to pay. And again, see, some people still don't get it, but I'm seeing more and more people get converted and understand. This man that we got in the front office, that's the president of basketball operations, is Don Corleone. I've been telling y'all that. Everybody else is looking at checkers, and this brother's playing chess. Y'all understand? Everybody else thinking checkers and still don't get it. This brother's playing 2- and 3-dimensional chess. And already know that he was going to stay under the luxury tax. Already knew that. See, I told y'all the numbers are very important, didn't I tell you? The numbers are very important. Okay? So you can forget PG-13. That's not happening. Okay? That's not going to happen. All right. So with respect to Harden, if you've been a Knicks fan, let's say, I'm going to say you have to be in the class of the 15 years or more Knicks fan, generally speaking. But you should know this if you go back to the summer of LeBron. But you really know it if you've been at least a 15-year or more Knicks fan. How many times, Knicks Nation, have you seen players use the Knicks for leverage? What do I mean by that? They mention the Knicks to make sure they're going to get their money, or they mention the Knicks to put pressure on the team they really like. It's like, you know, a dude is going with a girl and the girl fine, and everybody think that they breaking up. They had an argument, and dudes be hitting on the girl, and all she doing is using these other dudes to make the dude she really wants jealous so they can get back together. The Knicks have been in that position. I can't even tell you how many times. Yes, it goes back to Jordan, but there's been a lot of other players. LaMarcus Aldridge, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. They've been in this position a lot. Okay? So they're not getting James Harden, but let me tell you what the possibility is. Are you ready? And this is a Don move. They could be part of a 3-team deal to facilitate a trade. You understand? The Knicks could be part of a 3-team deal to facilitate a trade. You're following that? So like, because it's Ian Begley, I put the link in the description box where Ian Begley has said there's not a strong sentiment in the Knicks front office to go get James Harden. You know what that sounds like, right? That sounds like one guy, like either Worldwide West or the new dude, Urokas or whoever, yelling, let's go get him, let's go get him, let's go get him. And the Don sitting back saying, nah. Nah. That's what it sounds like. Okay? So the Knicks could be using this situation as a 3-team deal. Okay? Now, if they had already planned on moving Obi, you could get Obi and Fournier going to Philly. That's $25 million. What would you be getting from the Clippers? I don't know. But you definitely going to get Obi and Evan Fournier off your books. Okay? Right. Now, if it's for a player that's a starter level, like King Jaw just mentioned Tobias Harris, well, then you know RJ's going out. Okay? You know RJ's going out. RJ definitely going out. Okay? If that's the case. Okay. If it's for a guy like that, and I mentioned that the other day, and some of y'all just didn't get it. I'm trying to explain it to you now to have mercy here, because some of y'all sharp enough to catch it. The other day, it was yesterday, the video I made was entitled, "What Would Tibbs Want?" Did y'all catch that one? It was entitled, "What Would Tibbs Want?" It wasn't, "What Would Raw Hebrew Want?" It was entitled, "What Would Tibbs Want?" What does that mean? That means I'm trying to tell y'all the type of players Tom Thibodeau would like. And what I did is I gave the link to all of the most available players in the league. Y'all remember that? So one of those guys that have played at least 70 games a year for the last 5 years was Tobias Harris. Okay? So you look at Tobias Harris' numbers, he's a 40% shooter from the three-point line. He's a good defender. And he's a vet. You telling me Tibbs ain't interested? Wait. You telling me Tibbs ain't interested? Are you telling me that? You got a guy, let's talk about this. He's 6'9". He can play the three. He can play 40 minutes a game. He's available. He's a 40% shooter from three. He's and as far as the Dawn is concerned, he's an expiring contract. You telling me they not interested? I'm not saying, and some of y'all got the Stephen A. Smith mentality. Well, he's not a superstar. Who the hell said we need to go get a superstar? Who said that? I never heard the Don say that. Who said that? We need to go get a superstar. And who said we need the superstar to get to the next level? We don't have a superstar. We got all-stars. We got Jalen Brunson, and we got Julius Randle. And we got RJ, who I feel in the future value is going to be a star. So we got enough. You think of the 2004 Detroit Pistons. And some of y'all that's tripping on Mitch Rob, y'all need to go get a life, man. You know who the center was on the 2004 Pistons? It was a guy named Wallace. Couldn't shoot his way out of a paper bag, but was one of the best defenders in the league. Does that sound familiar? He was a guy that was one of the best defenders in the league. Couldn't shoot his way out of a paper bag. Forget threes. That dude couldn't even shoot a foul shot. They won the championship. Okay? You know why? Because defense wins championships. I keep trying to tell you all that. Defense wins championships. That's why. That's why. All this Miles Turner, man. For what? For what? Anyway, so I'm thinking that the Knicks are engaged. Now, you can't put Patrick Ewing in there because Patrick Ewing could shoot. Marcus Camby could not. Patrick Ewing could shoot the rock, though. He's not a three-point shooter, but Ewing could shoot. There ain't no front. Ewing could shoot and play D. That's why he's Hall of Fame. Okay? But Ben Wallace could not shoot nowhere. He wasn't no shooter. Okay? You got to have some defense, baby. So you got Mitch Rob at the dog cheap contact for a starting NBA center with that type of defense and offensive rebounding. So what I'm saying is you got Harris on one side. Okay? Forget Embiid. I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about Tobias Harris. What would y'all think about as a bench piece, Robert Covington? What would you think about Robert Covington as a bench piece? Y'all know who Robert Covington is? A bench piece. Okay? Yeah, he's a defensive dude, though. He's not nobody that's a star, but he's a solid defensive dude, Covington. Always been that way. Great defender. Not a good, great defender. Not a shooter now, but he can defend. And if you're talking about him playing 15 minutes a game, because that's what he be doing. Yeah. So that's what if the Knicks have, and they may not have anything to do, I'm just throwing out a couple of possibilities. But I'm saying to you, if you're dealing with the Don is looking to see how can he exploit this situation. That's what I like about him. Thanks for the $2.21. Wallace couldn't even hit air in the press. That's right. Wallace couldn't shoot at all, but they won the chip. So what I'm saying is the Don is looking to exploit this situation. And he's looking to see how the Knicks will benefit. That's what he's doing. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So, no, I don't believe we need anybody at center. We're good. That's all I'm saying. Y'all should be satisfied with what you got. Between Mitchell Robinson and then Isaiah Hartenstein backing him up, we good at the 5. We don't even need to talk about 5. We good at the 5. Okay, we good at the 5. Okay, not only that, they get along. They get along very well. Okay, so you got 2 dudes that are supporting each other, that are friends. We good at the 5. Okay, we good at the 5. We don't need to talk about all the talk about any 5s is a waste of breath and time. Don't even do it. Okay, don't even waste time. Let's just move on to something more relevant. So I'm looking at this Hart situation as Dante DiVincenzo and Obi Toppin. Dante DiVincenzo in, Obi Toppin out. And I want you to think about this now. If Obi is out and he's involved and the Knicks are involved with this Philly deal, watch for Tobias. Now, the thing is that my understanding from Woj, was either Woj or Shams, one of them, is that the Clippers want Harden and Tobias Harris. Like the Clippers want both of them. But they're going to have to unload a lot of money to get that. They're going to have to unload a lot of money. Right now, the Clippers are $16 million over the luxury tax. So they got to unload that plus the equivalent of 78, almost $80 million. They got to unload almost $90 million from their payroll. I don't know how they do this. Durace, I just told you. Maybe you just didn't catch that. You're mentioning Ayton. We don't need to talk about him. We don't need to discuss that. You're mentioning Ayton. I don't want to talk about Ayton. We don't need to discuss that. Maybe you just got it. So we're not discussing Ayton. We don't need to talk about any 5s, period. Okay, we don't. We good. We good at the 5 spot. We good at the 5 spot. Between Mitch Rob and Hartenstein, we're good at the 5 spot. You can't have all-stars at every position, y'all. Come on. You're good at the 5 spot. So, okay? All right. So, look. No. Listen, Michael Drake. Harris is not plan A. Wait. Harris is not plan A. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted now. To me, KP was my plan A. Well, no, KP was my plan B. Mikal Bridges is my plan A. But none of that is happening. Okay, so, but for the Don, now this is not raw Hebrew. The Don, I'm telling you, the Don got his board filled with like 3 or 4 options. That's what he got. The Don got 3 or 4 options on the board. He ain't let nobody know what the options are, but he got 3 or 4 options on the board. Okay, he got 3 or 4 options on the board, and so that's what Harris is one option. OG Anunoby is another option. He got options. Probably some we ain't even talked about. But he got them lined up. Okay, so Barnes is gone. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying Barnes was no top option. I'm just saying that's a guy that Tiz would like. Okay, Barnes gone. Okay, he gone. Okay, that's a guy that Tiz would like. A solid defender, an available dude. Okay. All right. Next. Exactly, Saucy. Next. But what I'm saying is Harris is an option, and OG Anunoby is an option. Both of those guys are options. So, and both of those guys are Tibbs type players. Both of them. They're both Tibbs type players. Okay. And there's Grant. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Stephen Kelly. There's still Grant. All right. So you got a lot of options out here. All right. That's what I'm saying. But when we started this year, if you remember, the guys I was naming was KP, Grant, Siakam, and OG Anunoby. Those are the four guys I was naming. Now, since then, I've come to realize Tiz would like Tobias Harris because I didn't know he was going to be an expiring deal. That was really sold to me. He was going to be an expiring deal. And so that's good. We don't have to worry about paying him more than this 1 year. Right? So, in either of these guys, you put Tobias Harris at the 3, or you put Grant at the 3, or you get OG Anunoby at the 3. Any of those 3 guys would push the Knicks forward in the Eastern Conference. Any of those 3 guys would push the Knicks forward. And so now the Hart, and I'm telling you, the crazy thing about all this, Brett, is the Hart opt-in opens all this up. Okay, the Hart opt-in opens all this up because they're going to sign Dante DiVincenzo. They're going to do that. Okay, so now the question is, are they going to trade RJ Barrett? Because I'm telling you, they're not trading. As much as I would agree with y'all, and I would love to see Julius Randle gone in favor of any of the guys I just named, let's be real. They're not trading Julius Randle. Okay, we're going to talk about that, Reggie McDowell. Thanks for the $2. We're going to talk about that. So they're not trading Julius Randle. All right, so let's just get that out of our systems. Get it out your system. I didn't got it out of mine already. I didn't already figure it out. I've accepted it. I've come to the time of acceptance. Julius is going to be a New York Knick this season. So now we're dealing with either IQ or RJ. Okay, so we're keeping Randall. Don't curse the Knicks. Some of y'all, you're never gonna win now. You got Randall. You'll never win. Stop it. Get over your feelings. Put that pride away. Put that pride down. What Ving Rhames told my man in Pulp Fiction. I know what you're thinking. Put that pride down. Put it down. Put that pride down. Okay, it's all right. We could win with boy. Boy's got a problem child, no doubt. What's up, John Mark? Put the pride down now. We could win with him, okay? It's not going to be pretty. Not going to be. But we can deal with it. Okay, Knicks Nation? He's going to be a Knick. He's going to be wearing the orange and blue. Get behind the boy. He got some problems. We know he's our problem child now. But you know what? He's going to get us 25 and 10. He's going to get us 25 and 10. Okay? He's going to do that, right? He's going to play at least 70 games. You know that, right? Okay. Let's talk about IQ's $100 million. Y'all ready? Let's discuss Emmanuel Quickley's $100 million. You ready? Okay. Thank you, Rich M. Rich M, you're my sideline psychologist. For some of these people that's having such deep-seated issues that they reaching for that Thunderbird, or they reaching for that Mild Irish Rose, or they reaching for that stuff, man. The Boston, they reaching for the Boston. Look. Tell them, Rich, there's help available. There's got to be an AA meeting nearby you. Go in there and deal with your problem. Let's move forward. Emmanuel Quickley and his $100 million. Good evening, Miss Stevenson. First of all, you ready? The Knicks don't got to answer Emmanuel Quickley for a whole year. What's up, Mr. Rio? Y'all understand that? The Knicks don't have to answer Emmanuel Quickley for a whole year. You know that, right? So if you're the agent of Emmanuel Quickley, you're trying to get as much leverage and as much money as you can. So you're going to throw out that number. That was probably leaked by his agent. If it's true at all, the source I saw ain't worth toilet paper. But let's assume it's true. If it is, he probably was leaked by his agent. Now, why? Because IQ is trying to tell the Knicks he's a starter level player. And if you want to keep him, he'll come off your bench, but you're going to have to pay him like a starter. Does that make sense? He's sending a signal to the Knicks. Yes, I'll sign here. I'll come off your bench, but I'm starter level. And so I need starter level pay. And I think if you were to look up a list of the 30 starting point guards in the NBA, please do that. Look up a list of the 30 starting NBA point guards in the NBA. You're going to probably see a number on average between $20 and $30 million on average. Might be even $25 million. So to say $100 million for a starting NBA point guard is not outrageous. It's not outrageous. Okay? Just look up the 30 NBA point guards. You'll see a lot of them at $100 million. Okay? You'll see a lot of them in that area. Some of them are going to be 80, some are going to be 90. They're going to be up in that area. Some are going to be way more than that. But you're going to see a lot of guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Trae Young. You're going to see a lot of guys. Murray from Denver. You're going to see a lot of guys with that kind of money. Okay? Dame Dollar. Come on. You're going to see a lot of guys with that kind of money. So for him to be asking with the new CBA coming for $100 million, it's not outrageous at all. It's actually, for a starting level point guard, it's very reasonable. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So that's no money. But he's sending a signal. I am a starter, and I'm willing to come off your bench. But I need to be paid like I'm a starter. He really is saying, and this is going to sound silly, but this is what Levine said when he got his $215 million. You know what he said? I need you to show me you appreciate me. That's what Quick is saying. I need you, the Don, to show me that you appreciate me. You appreciate me staying here and coming off your bench. Let me tell you something, man. You know how hard it is to come off the bench and perform in the NBA? Especially when teams are game planning against you. Huh? That ain't no joke, man. And then every time the boy gets a chance to start, he goes off. Come on, man. And he's only was in his third year. This is his fourth year. Some of y'all are talking about what he did in the playoffs. Stop tripping. This is his third year. He's going into his fourth season now. Okay? He's going to get a lot better. IQ's got a lot of upside. A lot. Okay? So look. Don't trip. So what I'm saying is, it's possible now, before the season starts, they can get a deal done. They can get an extension done before the season starts. When does the season start? Like in October 1st, sometime around that time? Like in October, right? So they need to get a deal done before then. So they could talk all summer. That's no problem. So this whole thing about IQ and 100 million, please don't start tripping about that. That's just clicks, Knicks for clicks, man. There ain't no deal happening in July. If they get a deal done, it'll be close to October, if not in October. And then if they don't get a deal done, they'll wait all season and they'll put it off until the end of the season. Because then what's going to happen? What's the worst that could happen? IQ will be a restricted free agent. That's all. Okay, so that's all. You ain't got to worry about IQ. IQ's going to be here this season. So, all right, he's going to be here. Now, let's talk about, again, the Harden deal. 3 teams. I'm thinking the Knicks are not really going to get James Harden. But now I'm saying they don't even want him. I know some of y'all are going to trip on that, but they don't even want him. They got to do the due diligence. They got to let the Dolan know at least they're inquiring about James Harden, right? That would kind of be criminal for them not to even call about it, right? So they're going to call about it. They're going to make a call. You understand? They could say, well, yeah, we called and inquired about James Harden, but that don't mean they get him. But to me, what it does mean is I'm looking at my man, the Don, and I can see his wheels turning. And I think the Don is trying to figure out how can I exploit this situation to get rid of contracts I don't want and to maybe add a player I do want. That's what we're talking about. Okay? That's what we're talking about. So if you get, let's see, Obi's about $7 million and Fournier's about 19. So right there, you got about $26 million. Okay. So you need to move something else, to make that deal work, but you're close right there. You're close. What's up, Justin Knicks? You're close to getting this thing working. So that's all I'm saying. Well, Gumby would actually like what we're talking about because Gumby, we've come to the conclusion. We've accepted the fact that Julius Randle is going to be a Knick this year. We've accepted the situation. We've accepted the fact that Julius is going to be a Knick. And not only that, we've even accepted that he's going to be our problem child. We know it. And he's probably going to give us 25 and 10. And he's going to play at least 70 games. We've accepted this. We've come to accept it. Okay? Oh, Dutch Money. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. Dutch Money said, please, Lord, no more Randle drama. No, he's going to have drama. This is what Randle going to do, just like last year. He's going to sit on the sideline with that guru, that Asian guru. Going to be doing this. He's going to come out there yelling and get ready to jump in the ref's face and get all kind of technical fouls. That is what he's going to do. And you're going to need a big rebound in the fourth quarter, and he's going to get it. You're going to need a big rebound in the fourth quarter, and that brother is going to snatch it. Okay, it's going to happen. We've accepted it. I don't think it's PG because of the money, but I could definitely see Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, let me give you the 3 names that I think are out there for the Knicks right now. Tobias Harris, Jeremy Grant, OG Anunoby. Those are your 3 guys. Lewis Luck, thanks for the $5. Hopefully the Knicks' interest in Harden is, hey, we're interested in almost anybody in your roster except Harden. Yeah, right. That's right. Lewis Luck. 2189, accept the fact that Jew must be medicated on get exactly. Please have the guru next to him, getting him into the meditative yoga state, the Zen, and have his meds ready. Talk to his wife. I could, his wife, I got to give, what's her name? What's his wife's name again? I got to give her credit. She tries her best to get homie prepared mentally. She does. You could see it. I forgot her name. What's her name? What's the woman's name? Kendra. I got to give Kendra credit. She tries her best to get homie in the right mental state before the game. I could see it. Kendra working on him, she right there. She's, I got you, baby. I got you. You can see she right there. So we got to hope all of these things happen, but accept it. There's going to be like 4 games that he's going to cost us because he's going to trip out. Okay, you guys know that. It'll be 4 games. And we're not going to have no Obi coming in behind him, fortunately. So that's that. He's sister-in-law at Charles State. So Kendra's your sister-in-law, gonna be sister-in-law, and Stackhouse, otherwise known as McNutt, is my man Malik's wife. Stackhouse, otherwise known as Monica McNutt, is Malik's wife, and Kendra Randall is Gumby's sister-in-law. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. I got it now, Gumby. We got it now, bro. We got it. All right, so I'm thinking the Harden thing, the Knicks are in on a 3-team deal. We're going to see how this works out. Let me tell you something. It's going to happen pretty fast, y'all. It's going to happen pretty fast. Like before the weekend's over, this will happen. Okay, whatever it is, this will happen before the weekend's over. But look, Gumby, I was giving you some props, Gumby. I wasn't breaking on your sister-in-law. In fact, I told you she do the best she can to keep our boys straight. I'm saying, do the best she can to keep our boys straight. You know, so he got the guru on the sidelines, Rashimoto, whatever his name is. They got him on the sideline. They got him doing the, you know, the Zen stuff with him. And then they got, you know, Kendra's there. And then he got the meds. The mask, yeah, right. Then you got the meds. You know, they try their best. Quickley done gave up, though. Because Quickley don't want you up in his face no more. But hopefully, you know, if they get let me tell you something, though. If they get a dude that's a serious vet, along with Brunson, like if they get it to Tobias Harris, that will help Julius mentally. I really believe that. Because he's going to respect Tobias Harris. Forget that. Let me tell you something else. Brunson is going to be better this year. Exactly, Stephen. Okay. Brunson's going to be better this year than he was last year. You know, for two reasons. Number one, he's now got the team under his belt for 1 year. The dude's IQ is high enough. To me, Brunson's like genius level dude. He's just a really intelligent guy. So he figured it out. He knows how he's going to play this year. He got it. And number two, they had the nerve to snub him from both the All-Star and the All-NBA last year. That was a bad move. The NBA is going to have a problem named Jalen Brunson this year. So with that in mind, I'm liking the Knicks for 50-plus wins, and depending on who they get. Well, Rios, I'm saying it's an option. Don't take me as prophetically saying they're getting him. I'm saying it's an option. As far as a 3-team deal, it's an option. With you talking about the Knicks getting involved with this Harden, because really Harden is wanting to go to the Clippers, and the Clippers are wanting Harden, but they need another team probably to facilitate this to make it happen. So I can see a 3-team deal with the Knicks. It would be Obi going out with Fournier, and then maybe even Hartenstein, but it's going to definitely be Obi leaving. The fact that Hart opted in today, Obi is gone. I just want y'all to know that. The fact that Hart opted in today, there's two certainties. By Monday, Dante DiVincenzo is going to be wearing a Knicks uniform by Monday. And also, Obi Toppin is going to be wearing another uniform by Monday. That's going to happen, okay? Those two things, I told y'all that this morning. If he would have opted out, then Obi would be here. But the fact that he opted in, he's getting Dante in here. The Knicks already got a deal. This is not even like, they're not even having to negotiate. They already got a deal in place. It's just going to be announced at the proper time. Okay. Now, me too, San Rios. I'm big Obi. Obi's Mob Deep. Without Obi, there is no more Mob Deep. You know what I'm saying? Without Obi, there is no more Mob Deep. Obi is Mob Deep. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, see, even Almighty Finesse agrees. Almighty Finesse said Obi is trash, bye-bye. And y'all know the mathematical formula, don't you? This is the mathematical formula, in case you didn't know. Is whatever Almighty Finesse says plus opposite equals good for the Knicks. Okay? Whatever Almighty Finesse says plus opposite equals good for the Knicks. So he said Obi is trash. That means we're in good shape here. Now, we're not getting Hart, man. He's not coming to the Knicks. Come on, how many times, you must be a rookie Knicks fan. How many times has players used the Knicks as leverage. That's how we started this. How many times over the decades, ever since Michael Jordan, has players used the Knicks as leverage? Come on, let's name some. Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. How many times has players used the Knicks? What's the guy over in Atlanta? I forgot his name. But there's a lot of you dudes use the Knicks as leverage. A.E. Kennedy, thanks for Jules. I think Jules respects PG a lot. He would be good. No, he won't. 47 million is what it is. 47 million. 59 games is what it is. 59 games. No. Better not trade RJ in that deal. If you want to get PG-13, you better keep RJ around because he's going to end up starting the 3 most of the season anyway. I'm saying, listen carefully. Some of y'all came in late. There's 3 guys the Knicks can get. 3. One of these 3. Obi is going out with Fournier. Okay. The question is RJ joining them? That's the question. So, 3 players. Tobias Harris, Jeremy Grant, OG Anunoby. 3 players. I like Buddy Hield. Rich M. He's really a Tibbs dude. So I don't know. I like Buddy Hield. I'm not gonna front. I like Buddy Hield, but he's a Tibbs guy too. So I don't know. He's the top 3-point shooter in the NBA. So I don't know. We have to see. 2189 Almighty is the mad money of the Knicks. That's right. Top 2. It's a boo. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Buddy Hield is another dude I like, man. So let me add him as a possibility. Y'all don't think y'all would disagree. So we could add Buddy Hield as a possibility. No, Bruce Brown is, but Buddy Hield, Jeremy, Tobias, OG. Now, let me just make sure I'm clear before I say what I'm about to say. I don't want to be misquoted here. Forget Torian Prince. No, you guys ready? I'm getting ready to tell you something. Are you ready? Please tell me you can hear, because I don't want to be misquoted. I need witnesses here. Are you ready? All of these guys, all 4 of them, are 2 steps below one Mikal Bridges. If the Knicks were able to get Mikal Bridges, all bets are off. That's all I'm talking about. If the Knicks are able to get Mikal Bridges, all bets are off. That's my number 1 dude. Harrison Barnes just extended. He just signed. So Harrison Barnes is off the table, Rich. Harrison Barnes off the table. Harrison Barnes off the table. So I'm saying if the Nets were willing to receive RJ, I would trade RJ and Obi for Harrison for Mikal Bridges. You hear me? I would trade RJ and Obi to get Mikal Bridges. I would definitely do that. I wouldn't even hesitate. That would be done. I would do it. Not throwing the farm now. I'm not, see what I'm saying? Some of y'all be looking, and I be seeing that a lot on Twitter, and I be seeing it on some of these platforms. People are ready to give the whole shop away to get a guy. No. If it's not enough for them to receive RJ and Obi with maybe some draft capital, we walking. I'm not, and I love Mikal Bridges, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving away the store. What's wrong with some of y'all? No, I'm not giving away the store for this nigga. No. John Mark, $5 OG or Tobias or Jeremy Grant. I am okay with either one. I was right. DiVincenzo, yes, you were. And I'm sad to say you was right, because I couldn't. See, I'm very zealous for my guys. And my guy that's wearing blue and orange right now, his name is Deuce, and I'm Deuce High. So I say the flock with the Dante, the flock with him. Y'all know what I'm saying. The flock with the DeJounte, because I want Deuce to play. That's all I'm saying. But y'all was right. Dante going to be a Knick. Once Hart opted in, Dante going to be a Knick. Period. End of story. Dante going to be a Knick. So that's it. He's going to be a Knick. By Monday, he's going to be a Knick. I don't know when they're going to do the press conference, But by Monday, that brother's going to be a Knick. Period. Okay? Yeah. Coach Hauser, you got me. That's it. Once a dude is wearing these colors, I'm with you. You with me. You know, I'm in. No, I'm not giving a window hunt. See window? See, no, you going a little bit overboard there. Nope. To me, the most valuable young asset that the Knicks own is Quentin Grimes. He's the most valuable young asset they own. They are not giving him up. Some of y'all just don't see it yet, but I'm telling you, he's the most valuable young asset they have. Going into his third year, already starting for Tom Thibodeau. How many rookies started in their second year for Tom Thibodeau? You know, let me ask you, and Tom's been coaching as a head coach since he was on the Bulls 10 years ago. How many second year, I'm not even talking about rookies, forget rookies. How many second year players started for Tom Thibodeau? You know how many? Zero. So you got to be really good. Rose was in his third year under Tom Thibodeau. Rose Rich was in his third season. When Tom came, he was in his third season. He spent his first 2 years under Vinny Del Negro. Vinny of the Negro. That's Vinny Del Negro. Vinny of the Black. That's first 2 years of Derrick Rose. Okay. Yes, that's true. Quan Johnson, you got it. You got the quiz. That's right. RJ in his second year, and whoever, Trevon Cat. RJ did start under Tom Thibodeau. But Quentin Grimes is a dude, man. No, he's a guy, okay? Okay, he's a guy. So he's more valuable than RJ. The Knicks were really, and I'm gonna tell you something. If there's a trade involving a starter, Quentin Grimes is not going. Quentin Grimes is not going anywhere. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's not going anywhere. I see, exactly, Coach House. I see 50, 40, 90 written all over that kid. We are not giving him up. 50, 40, 90, and he's only 23. No. No. Not even from a car. I would not do it. I would not do it. Okay? Would not. Not for Q-Dog. Q-Dog stays with us. Stay right here. Kuzma is getting ready to sign with Houston. Houston is giving away money. And Kuzma and Fred VanVleet getting ready to go down there and get some. Okay? Kuzma and Fred VanVleet getting ready to go down there and get some money. Yeah. Norman Powell, if we're signing DiVincenzo, that's bad enough. Forget Norman Powell. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not going to happen. But, yeah. No, yeah. Well, because they're not interested in Bruce Brown. They're not. Okay? The Knicks are not interested in Bruce Brown. People are interested in Bruce Brown because they like to throw names out. But the Knicks are interested in Dante DiVincenzo. So forget Bruce Brown. It's not going to happen. Okay? No. Forget Bruce Brown. That's not happening. Right. I'm not. That's right, Wendell. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trading Grimes under any circumstances. None. He's too valuable. That's a future dude right there. No. You don't do that. Bad enough we trading Obi. Obi going to start for somebody and go off, man. And we going to be like, dang, we had that on our team? Yeah, we did. Obi going to go for somebody. If whatever team Obi go on, he can ready to go off, man. No, D977, you really, I'm sorry. You don't know what you're talking about. No, he's not trade bait. Trade bait is Isaiah Roby. Trade bait is not Quentin Grimes. Trade bait is Isaiah Roby. I told y'all when they signed him. Some of you are like, Isaiah's a strong power forward. I said, no, he's a trade piece. He's a piece to add in a trade. That's trade bait. Grimes is no trade bait. You don't start a 22-year-old for trade bait. Come on now. Come on. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. Wait. Somebody throw some cold water on their face. Something. Help them out. That Thunderbird done got to you. You do not start a 22-year-old under Tom Thibodeau for 71 games. for him to be trade bait. You don't do that. That's not culture. That's not winning basketball. That's no. He's not going anywhere. Yeah, we'll see. I'm on be nice 77. Your name is easy to remember, so don't come at me with this once I come slapping you because I'm gonna slap you. That's gonna happen. Okay. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad because I'm just telling you. You called Quentin Grimes trade bait. I couldn't believe you did that. I mean, you called Quentin Grimes trade bait. That's like calling Malcolm X alphabet soup. I mean, that's like calling Halle Berry ugly. That's like saying Monica McNutt's not stacked. I mean, that's crazy. You call Quentin Grimes trade bait. I could even believe even a delusional dude like Almighty Finesse saying McBride is trade bait. I could have believed that, though that's not true either. But to say Quentin Grimes is trade bait, daggone, that's some strong old English, man. I mean, leave that old English 800 alone. Just leave it. Oh. I don't know how to do that. How do you fix the focus on this stupid thing? You put it like down. Is that cool? Wow. I don't know how to fix the stupid thing. Yeah, leave that wild Irish rose alone. I know it looks red in the bottle and it looks like fruit juice, but it's not D-Nice. It's not fruit juice. It'll mess you up. We only want Obi on another team. That's how it is. That's right. Yeah. Dang. I hate to lose Obi. I really do. I don't like it, but I'm trying to accept the fact that when I heard Hart opted in today, that was the end of that. When I heard Hart opted in, that was it, man. I knew Obi was out. You're going to get the trio of Villanova Wildcats on the Knicks. You're going to have two coming off the bench and one start. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm trying to explain to y'all, Obi's brother is not an NBA player. Like maybe he will become one. Like maybe give him the 2 years in the G League, maybe he can become one. Right now, he's not an NBA player. He's not anywhere like Obi. He's just not even on the same level right now. Hopefully, he can. Okay, work with the coaching staff. 2 years from now, maybe he becomes an NBA player. He's not an NBA player right now. He's got the length. He's the same size as Obi. They come from the same mama and daddy, and that's where it ends. They're not the same. I'm trying to tell you. This is a different dude, okay? Oh, go like this? Okay. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I don't know. Did that help? Did that? You right, Mr. William. Daggone, man. Shoot. I like Jacob. I hope the young man makes it, but some of y'all talking about Obi with the same breath as him, as if talent's the same. Nah, it's not. It's not. Like I said, I hope the young man makes it. I hope he develops and he be like Obi, and in 2 years, he gets, he becomes an NBA player. That's possible because Obi was a late bloomer. They come from the same mama and daddy. So Obi's a late bloomer. Maybe, maybe Jacob's a late bloomer. But as of today, he's not an NBA player. Right now, he's not an NBA player. The Knicks are doing him a favor. Okay? They really are. They're doing him a favor. It's really nice of them, what they're doing here. Yeah. Well, they've given up on the other two dudes, Keels and what's the other guy's name? They've given up on them two, and they've taken on two new dudes. And I like the two dudes they've taken. Jalen, I think his name is Jalen Martin. I like him. And I like Jacob because he's Obi brother. Bring him. I mean, like I said, I like that they got him now. But I'm not going to delude myself and think, he's like Obi. He's not. Okay, he's not. But I'm hoping he can develop. He could be he could be a late bloomer, and he could come around in 2 years and all of a sudden become really good. He could. That could happen. Crazier things have happened in the NBA. Crazier things have happened. You got a second round pick that two-time, was he two-time MVP? You got a second round pick that's two-time MVP. So anything could happen. Okay, anything could happen. No, Keels is already signed Coach CR. They got to decide if they want to keep him. They can keep 3 G League players. They got 4. So they got to drop 1. And they usually, most teams keep 2. They don't keep more than 2. So it's possible Keels comes back and it's possible he gets cut. They're keeping the 2 guys they just brought in. Why Harris is better than Kuzma? Let's see. He's more experienced. He's a better 3-point shooter. He's a better defender. He's a better rebounder. He's played in more big games. He's hit more big shots. He knows how to play under pressure. He's a veteran. Is that enough? Okay. He hits 40% from 3. Is that enough? He's played 70 or more games in the last 5 years in a row. He's available. Is that enough? How many games did Kuzma play this year? Did Kuzma play 70 games? No, he did not. And Kuzma's younger. They couldn't even get Kuzma and the KP to play together for more than 30 games. James Dobson, the difference between RJ and Tobias Harris on defense. The difference between RJ Barrett and Tobias Harris on defense is like saying the difference between Dennis Rodman and Julius Randle on defense. The difference between Tobias Harris and RJ Barrett on defense is like the difference between Dennis Rodman and Julius Randle on defense. Now, calm down, Gumby. I've already told you we've accepted the problem child. But Tobias Harris is eons better. I mean, eons better than RJ Barrett. The mistakes that RJ makes on defense, Harris just simply doesn't make, period. Harris is a professional, a veteran professional. He does the mistakes that RJ makes, when he gets beat back door, y'all ever see that? When RJ turns and the guy's gone? You ever see that? Or RJ's trying to slide his feet and he can't keep up? Harris does not make those mistakes. Harris is a way better defender than RJ Barrett, like way better. Okay, so yeah, it's not even close. Like I said, if you're trading RJ Barrett, I'm not slighting RJ Barrett. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you're trading RJ Barrett, you're trading present value for future value. That's what you're doing. Okay, now Mikal Bridges would be the best of both worlds. You're getting present value and future value. And actually, that would be the same with OG Anunoby. He's only 25, but you're getting present value and future value because he's got upside left. Okay. Jeremy Grant. Well, he's been like that for a minute. Yeah, I'll give you that, Rich M. He may not be as dependable as some of the guys we've named. I can't argue that with you. Though I feel like what's happened since he's left Denver is he's taken on a lot more to be the man. Okay. He was the man in Detroit. And him and Damian was the man in Portland. He wouldn't have to do that in New York. He's got Brunson and Randall. So I don't think that would be his role. He'd be more on his focus on defense, which would be excellent. So, but I hear you. I can't argue he may not be in that upper, even though I think, if I'm not mistaken, let's look at the last 5 years again. Let me just look at that again, because I think he might be one of those guys that showed themselves pretty dependable over the last 5 years. Let me see. Most games played in the NBA over the last 5 years. Okay. Let me look at this list. Let me see if we can get, if Jeremy Grant is on that list. Let's take a look here. Is Jeremy Grant on that list? Actually, he's not. So yeah, so he's not on the list. He's not him. Looking to see if I see him. He's not. Nope. He's not on the list. So I can't argue against that. I can't argue against that point that, he's not, when maybe not. Yeah, Mikal Bridges is the top of the list. He's played 392 games in the last 5 years. That means in 5 years, out of a possible 410 games in 5 years. He's missed 18 games in 5 years. 18 games. But Grant is a good fit, but I can't argue the availability thing with Rich M on that one. I can't argue that. Yeah, I can't argue that with him. But I do like him. OG Anunoby, Jeremy Grant, Tobias Harris. And like I said, I can't argue with you about the availability piece. But those other players fit to a T. But even Jeremy Grant would be a great upgrade. No, we don't want Harden. We just want the Don just wants to see where the Knicks can exploit this in this 3-team trade. You what? He just wants to see where the Knicks can exploit this in the 3-team trade, and he's also going to look and he's going to push the fact that he's also got Anunoby on one. You're gonna have Messiah on one phone. You go, wait a minute, Messiah, let me talk to this Philly for a second. But I got Philly on the phone. Oh, wait a minute, Philly. Let me talk to Sean Marks for a second. I got Sean Marks on the phone. That's what you're gonna see. No, OG played 67 games this past year, Rich. He had an injury season the year they won the chip. But overall, at 25, I'll take more of a risk with him. He just played 67 games. So I'm not. Yeah, I'll still take him, though. What was his 5-year? What is his 5-year thing? Do you see that, Rich? Has he been in the league 5 years? Has he been in the league 5 years? Let me see. Has he been in the league 5 years? Mike, a great negotiator, knows where to use left. That's right. You're right. Let me see. I'm going to look it up right now. Let me see where Toronto. Let's take a look at our guy, OG Anunoby, just to get a good look at him here. Let's see. He has played, he's not been in the league that long, but 74, 67, 69, and then we have 43. And I think the 43 is when they won the championship. And then at age 24, he played 48 games and then 67. I would take a chance on him. He's not a big, I would take a chance on him. I would take a chance on him. Yeah, I would take a chance on him. Well, I would still, if I can get 65 games out of him consistently, and I think if you look at the total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 years, he's played 368 games. That's 61 games a season. So if he can give me all NBA defense in 61 games a season, I'm not that concerned. You understand what I'm saying, Rich M? If he can give me 61 games a season, that's what he's been averaging. If I can get 61 games a season from him and I can get all NBA level defense, I'll look at that. Miles Bridges, no. Y'all should understand that. Y'all keep asking for Miles Bridges. Do you know, please think about this before you throw these NBA 2K names out here. Do you understand what it would be like with the New York media asking him every night about beating up his wife? Do y'all understand what that's going to look like before you throw Miles Bridges out there? Do you understand what that's going to look like? Do you understand he's going to get booed every night at Madison Square Garden? And don't let him play the no defense that he played in Charlotte. Y'all need to think about these things before you show some stupidness like that. The Knicks don't need that right now. That'd be a disaster. You'd have every media guy talking about the Knicks signed a wife beater. I mean, can you just imagine that? This ain't the Yankees. The Yankees have won chips. Talk what you want about Julius Randle. He loves his wife. And he loves his children. And he treats them with delicacy. Whereas my boy beat the hell out of his wife in front of his child. So y'all talking about Miles Bridges need to calm down. He needs to get his some of his PR people and get his reputation back. It'll take about 2 seasons, but he needs to do that. But we can't have him in New York. We don't need that in our locker room. We don't need Mark Berman type guys. Mark Berman's retired, but so what happened when you beat your wife? You scored 25 tonight. What happened when you beat when you missed the defensive assignment? Was your wife on your mind? Did you ever hit your kid? Can you imagine? Can you imagine though? And then of course every woman in every alphabet soup, and half the men in Madison Square Garden are going to be booing him every time he's on the court. Can y'all stop with the Miles Bridges? Come on, man. We don't need that drama, man. We don't need that drama. We don't. See, I was with, and all New York was with, Latrell Sprewell. You know why? Because all of us felt PJ Carlesimo had it coming. I was mad. I knew they were going to suspend him, but all of us in New York was upset about that. That's why when he came to New York, it was a big deal and everybody loved him because we all felt PJ Carlesimo had it coming. He had it coming. Right, son from Brooklyn, you remember? He had it coming. You know, some of these cats start getting carried away, start thinking they in college and they acting like everybody's daddy, like everybody got a, no daddy home and they got to be daddy and they got to go yelling at everybody. This is the league. And PJ Carlesimo picked that up until Latrell put his hands around his neck. I bet you he picked it up after that. He picked it up then. That was a different situation. This is a man beating up a woman. You got to be some kind of coward. Are you crazy? Nah, you can't do that. PJ Carlesimo trying to yell at him like he's his son or something. And I was like, oh, yo, he had that coming. I saw that coming beforehand. I didn't know he was going to grab him, though. But PJ Carlesimo's mouth was, there was a thing going on. PJ Carlesimo came out of Seton Hall. And there was a thing going on with a lot of these coaches like Bobby Knight and them start acting like they're people's daddies, man. Not everybody falls for that mess. And he ran into the wrong one with Latrell Sprewell. And Latrell let him know. Well, they're making a deal. Because he's an NBA player. That's why, make it simple. He's a celebrity entertainer. Celebrity entertainers, when they got a lot of money, they generally don't go to jail. So he's making some sort of deal where he's going to do, community service, and he's going to promise all of this and make apologies and pay fines, and that's it. He'll be back. But he's not. I don't want him on the Knicks. No, I do not. I don't want him on the Knicks. Yeah, let's get back to basketball. So I'm hoping, Chili Most, that the Don is watching this Harden situation for an opportunity to help the Knicks. And not with James Harden, but with a guy like a Tobias Harris. That's what I'm hoping. A guy like a Tobias Harris that can come here and start at the three. Now, I don't know. I am very much, as you guys would probably guess, I am totally against Grimes coming off the bench. To me, I don't want to stifle any more Grimes. If you're going to bring a guy off the bench, you bring RJ off the bench or you trade him. But you do not. And I like RJ, but I like Grimes more. Oh, man, you don't understand. What, are you from Philadelphia, thought process? Are you from Philly? Why you hate Tobias Harris so much? I don't understand. What is it you got against Tobias Harris? Shoot, are you crazy? Well, Joe Curry, it's a deal killer to the adults in the Knicks management. It's a deal killer. Because you're too young to understand how this looks. This has happened before. There was a guy. How many of y'all remember Quentin Daly? If I say the name Quentin Daly, do you remember? Any of you guys know Quentin Daly? You remember Quentin Daly? He was on the same team as Bill Cartwright at the University of Chicago of San Francisco. You guys remember him? Quentin Daly. You remember what Quentin Daly did? Quentin Daly was all NBA style talent. Quentin Daly was really, really good. Before Jordan, there was Quentin Daly. And he got booed out of the NBA because he got caught sexually molesting a nurse. That's right. And he got booed out of the NBA. The Knicks do not need that. Joe Curry, you're a young man. You don't understand. This would be very, very ugly in New York. The man beat his wife. You don't want that. You don't want that in New York at all. You don't. No. That's not a good look. Okay. Not a good look. The Knicks don't need that. You don't know what that would look like every night. You would get tired of it really quick. Okay. But yes, Grimes is the new Clyde, in my view. He plays a lot like Clyde. He's I'm telling you. Wait, thought process. You should go through a thought process. Thought process. I don't know if you realize thought process, but there's only 1 year left on Tobias Harris's contract. Yeah, Quentin Daly was all-star level baller. He dropped 44 on somebody. I said Quentin Daly could ball, but that messed him up right there. And that was way back in the day. I'm telling you right now, beating your wife and pleading no contest. Are you crazy? You want that in New York? Man, come on, man, stop. No, that's not gonna happen. This ain't NBA 2K. It ain't gonna happen. Yeah, the thought process. Go through the thought process and go look up the contract, and then come back to us when you get some sense before you start talking and you don't know what you're talking about. Tobias Harris is on an expiring deal. Expiring. Okay? Not to mention, bringing him in instead of RJ Barrett is 3 steps up on defense. 3 steps up. Okay? So, no. De La Music, thanks for the $10. We could pull the plug on supporting negative media raw. Those people fickle, let them ball out and they're going to forget. No, that's not how no. Y'all see, let's look at facts. De La Music 50. Do you honestly believe that the Knicks front office with James Dolan would hire Miles Bridges? Do you honestly believe that? Do you honestly believe that they would do that? Do you really think James Dolan's going to say, sure, bring him on? Come on, man. No, that's not going to happen. Come on, man. That's not going to happen. Yeah. Well, he'd be a rental, but then we could talk about it next year. But we just lost. We would gain $40 million in cap space, and you're going to have a whole bunch of new players available next year, and we can get another guy. That's what I'm saying. In the meantime, the Knicks will win 55 games. Okay? The Knicks will win 55 games. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. I would do it. He fits, absolutely. He's a Tibbs dude. Tibbs dude. Thought process. You know, there's these things called Q-tips. Try that. Because I didn't say that. I didn't say he was an all-NBA defender. I said he was a better defender than RJ Barrett by a long mile. That's what I said. I said that the mistakes RJ. Now, wait, let me get some witnesses. On at least 3 or 4 occasions, I'm going to say conservatively. Have y'all seen RJ get beat backdoor last year on at least 3 or 4 occasions? I'll tell you what. I've seen it happen at least 3 or 4 occasions in the same game. Okay, so Tobias Harris does not make those mistakes. He's a professional. He does not make those mistakes. That's what I'm saying to you. Okay, and I'm RJ Hive, but he makes those mistakes every game. Okay, so you can't say you don't have to be all NBA. You got to be professional. Tobias Harris reads the defenses. He's a pro. He doesn't make those mistakes. He's not the most athletic guy in the world. No, he's not. But can he play ball? He's a 40% three-point shooter. Let's go back to RJ. Was RJ a three-point shooter from 40% last year? Did RJ shoot 40% from 3 last year? Was I missing something? Did he do that? RJ's been in the league 4 years. He had 1 year where he was 40%. That was the year the Knicks won 41 games. The other 3 years, he's been in the low 30s, high 20s, low 30s. Tobias Harris is like a 39% three-point shooter. Career. No, D Coolest, please. I don't know where you guys getting this. Okay. You do not get voted all NBA first team defense if you're getting beat all the time. Let me just make sure. D Coolest, does that make sense to you, 718? You do not get voted by the players all NBA defense if you're getting beat all the time. Does that make sense? OG Anunoby this season was all NBA defense. All NBA defense. That means he's one of the top defenders in the league. Okay. That means I can say this. He's a top 10 officially a top 10 defender in the league. Do you understand that? You don't get voted that because you get beat all the time. You get voted that because you lock people down. Okay? So let's get some of y'all thought process talking about the contract, there's only 1 year remaining, and then this dude talking about he gets beat all the time. I don't know. I don't know where y'all getting this information or what drugs you're on, or that's some strong wine though. Wine, you're supposed to sip on wine. Because if you drink too much wine, not only will it get you drunk, but the headache stings, man. It's bad headache, in the morning. That's a bad hangover with the wine. So you sip on wine, you ease on it. Some of y'all need to learn that, because y'all come in here with all this wine in your system and talking some craziness. OG gets beat all the time? Oh my gosh. Come on. I can understand you don't like him for whatever reason. Like Rich, you would say, what? He played 67 games. Okay. But don't tell me he gets beat all the time, man. Now you're showing you have no idea what's going on. And what's the difference with Tobias Harris' contract? Yeah, Quentin Daly was a bad dude, man. I mean, when University of San Francisco was #1 in the nation, I don't think they won the chip that year, but they were #1 in the nation most of the year with Cartwright, and Quentin Daly was the star. It wasn't even Cartwright. It was Quentin Daly that was the dude. And it was after that they got rid of the University of San Francisco basketball team. I don't know if they got one back, but they got rid of it then. They had a guy named Boynes. They had Quentin Daly. They had Bill Cartwright. Winfred Boynes, he ended up going to the Nets. He wasn't that good. But Daly was the dude. He could take a whole team by himself. What's up, Miss Edwards? Quentin Daly was that man among boys dude in college. He was. Yeah, Quentin Daly was that man among boys dude. Man. He was that good, man. He really was. So, but he got booed out of the NBA because he raped a nurse. That was the end of it. Okay, that was it. No, Andrew. I would want Buddy Hield. If you're going to give me something from Indiana, I want Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is the guy. Give me Buddy Hield, the top 3-point shooter in the NBA. And not a bad defender either. He's not all NBA defense, but he's not a bad defender. Give me him. Yeah, that's right, Andrew B. Brunson, he wasn't sexy. Not only that, when you see him on the court, he don't even look like he can play ball. I mean, right? Be honest. He don't look like, if you looked at him in street clothes, there's an all NBA basketball player. No, it doesn't even look like it. He doesn't even look like it. But you let that boy get the ball and watch the footwork like Barishnikov, man. Right? Watch the footwork like Barishnikov on that brother. Because that brother got footwork on the Hall of Fame level class, man. He got footwork like Kobe. He got footwork like DeMar DeRozan. That boy, Hall of Fame footwork. You understand? That's what it does. Hey, don't sleep on OG. He ain't sexy now. He's like that Cam Johnson type dude. Cam Johnson. But I think OG's better than Cam Johnson. I mean, slightly. But Cam Johnson's another dude, man. That's another solid dude, man. But the Nets ain't letting him go. Adam say, who is this? Say that? Let me find you. Peter Pan Peter to guard Brunson, just put a small forward on him? Or you think it's that easy? Every team tried that. He was blasting them. The only reason Miami was successful is because he had no help from Julius Randle. And I think, due respect, Gumby, Julius did not show up this year in the playoffs. That hurt Brunson. Julius did not show up in the playoffs this year. That hurt Brunson. That did hurt Brunson. Okay? If he did show up, you'd have seen more Brunson. Okay? You'd have seen more Brunson. Yeah, I hear you, Miss Edwards. I'm totally against the sending out of Obi, but that's what's going to happen. By Monday, Obi's going to be in a new uniform, and Dante DiVincenzo is going to be a New York Knicks. Jabroni Z, I ain't arguing with you, I actually was almost going to put him in that list the other day of Tibbs type dudes. Dorian Finney-Smith. I really was. He's not. In fact, I did a video with Dorian Finney-Smith and Cam Johnson months ago, and I said these are not sexy moves, but if the Knicks were to get these guys, we'd be in good shape. We really would. Those two guys are solid defenders. I always look for defenders, and I like defenders that can hit big shots. And Tibbs does too, I'm pretty sure. He likes defense, high IQ, availability, and if you could hit a big shot, you good. You in. Okay. Harrison Barnes would be good if he didn't sign, if he didn't re-sign with the Kings. Yeah, he re-signed with the Kings. Yeah. You see that, Adam? How come people forget that? He stole the ball from Jimmy Butler playing on one leg. He stole the ball from Jimmy Butler playing on one leg. Q-Dog. That's what I'm saying, man. In the playoffs, yo. Come on now. Yeah, Brunson shot. Again, I told you, looking at stats, look at the game. They could double him because your boy wasn't playing. You know, he just wasn't in the game. Randall wasn't in the game. He was checked out. You know, so how you get this guy 25-10 all year, and all of a sudden you get nothing from him? Come on, man. Of course he's gonna have struggle. Of course he's gonna struggle. What you think? Plus he hurt his ankle too. So nah. Yeah, and it's all good. I'm telling y'all though, if they can get Grimes more shots this year, if you can get Grimes 15 shots a game, let me see him average 15 shots a game. Lights out, baby. Lights out. Lights out. Lights out. Lights out. I'm telling y'all right now, lights out. Okay? Lights out. Lights out. Only because he wasn't getting the basketball window. Look at how many shots he got per game. He was spending all of his time trying to guard two players, namely Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry. Why? Because Hart's defense sucked in the playoffs. That's why. And the Knicks had nobody else that can guard those two guys. So you only have one Quentin Grimes, and he's got to split his time between these two guys. Please watch the game and understand what's going on, because that's what was going on. If you just look at the stats, you won't see that. But that's what was going on. Roby will be gone in a trade before training camp. Please stop. Roby will be gone in a trade before training camp. He's going to be a filler in the trade. Okay. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's the only reason they brought him on board. He's going to be a filler in a trade. You know who, if the Knicks didn't go get a forward to back up Julius, aside from Josh Hart, who's going to be the backup, believe it or not, Joshua Hart is going to be the backup power forward. Get used to that. You're going to get him as the backup power forward. Okay. I don't actually know Roby personally to say I like him or don't like him, but I can tell you what, he's going to be traded. He's trade bait. That's why he was brought on board. Okay, trade bait. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you get a good defender at that 3 spot with Grimes, that's pretty good. So now you would have Mitch Rob, Grimes, and another guy, and Grimes and the other guy can really switch back and forth. Then you can play Hart less minutes, and he'll be I feel like Josh Hart will be a better defender if he doesn't have to play 30 minutes a game. If you gave Josh Hart the 20 minutes a game he's supposed to get, he's going to be really good. Okay. And I like that. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Michael Drake. I can't argue with you. I wish that, that YouTube made everybody post their ages. I say I don't want nobody in here under 18, but I get the feeling people be sneaking in, you know what I'm saying? That's under 18, that don't know nothing about basketball and knows everything about NBA 2K. OG Anunoby is 6'7" and 230 pounds of fury, as Clyde would say. OG Anunoby is 6'7", 230 pounds of fury, and he just signed with CAA. Yes, that's exactly what he is. He's a man, that's for sure. The brother's a man. Yeah, he signed with CAA. That's right, Loxy. He signed with CAA. I know. Rich, can you Google a AA meeting near him and help him out. Nah. I hope you're right. Hey, Pam Peter, that's about the smartest thing you said all night. I hope you're right. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Not at all. Russell Reed, hey, Roy, how about Sims in the back and forth? That was going to say, I would not have any problem with Jericho Sims being the backup four. I would not have any problem with that. Although I think Russell Reed, you and I understand, Tibbs is going to run Josh Hart at the backup four. That's why they're going to get DiVincenzo. He's going to be the backup two. You're going to have Brunson. You're going to have IQ as the backup point, and that's how they're going to roll. IQ's going to be a backup point guard. DiVincenzo's your backup three, and you're going to have Josh Hart as your backup four. That's how they're going to roll. Okay. Then they're going to have Grimes or RJ in there with Isaiah Hartenstein. That's how they're going to do it. Okay. Well, Stephen Kelly, we don't know yet. We do know that the word has got around the league that, from what I've read, that people are getting tired of dealing with Masai Ujiri, which means he's asking too much. IQ is not. If IQ leaves Ribby, he's leaving next summer, not this summer. He don't have the power to leave this summer. Okay, he don't have the power. He might be unhappy, but the Knicks got the cards right now. So IQ is not leaving. He's not going anywhere. He can't go anywhere. He's stuck here. Yeah. So yeah, he's stuck here. He don't have to. That's what I'm saying. Everybody get caught up on that 100 million number that was flashed out today. He ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about that. They're going to be talking to him. Don't worry about that. Thought process, we need to trade Randall or off season's a failure. That's kind of fanatical take, with all due respect. Thought process, that's a fanatical take. And I get it. We are all Knicks fanatics, right? But they're not trading Julius Randle. And no, the off season will not be a failure. It will not be. We got the Don. We may not like our problem child, Julius, but he's our guy. He's wearing orange and blue. We're going to have issues. Make sure he takes his meds. He's going to have games he wins for us, and he's going to have games he loses for us. Because these are two separate deals, Russell Reed. They're trying to make Obi know they care about him. Players want to know they're cared about, even if you're trading them. And so if Obi gets traded, it's mutual. It's not like Obi saying, I don't want to leave, and the Knicks say, we're getting rid of you. Obi would say, trade me so I can play. And they would say, okay, we're going to trade you so you can play. And Obi's going to say, please take care of my brother. And they'll say, okay, we're going to take care of Jacob. That's how that's going to work. Okay. Obi and the front office are tight. Obi and Leon picked Obi. Worldwide West loves Obi. So it's not like they're going to get rid of him. He's going to say, if you're not going to play me, I need to go to a team where I'm going to play. And they're going to say, we're going to look to facilitate a deal where you play. That's what's going to happen. That's probably already happened. They're probably negotiating final things now. And the Don probably he's going to come to Obi's man. He's going to say, Obi, we got Philly, we got Clippers, we got Toronto, and we probably got Brooklyn. What you prefer? I'm telling you, that's how they're doing it. They're not going to do Obi wrong. They love Obi, and Obi loves them. But he needs to play. It's not a science. Like Julius is the guy. They're not going to let Julius. They're not trading him. Okay, they're just not. This again. Let's take a deep breath and accept this. They're not trading Julius Randle. I would have loved them to do it, but they're not going to do it. Yes, Hart's going to be the backup power forward. And I agree with you. It's going to be problems sometimes. I agree with you. Okay, what's the poll? Let's see. I do a poll when there's something. Let's see. All right, I got a poll. Are you ready? Here's a poll. Here's a poll. Here's a poll. I'm going to do two polls. Ready? Here's the first poll. Tell me what y'all think. You ready? Will Dante DiVincenzo be a Knick by July 3rd? I'm telling you, he will be. What you think? You think he's going to be a Knick by July 3rd? So far, 19 votes, 71 to 29 in favor. Ooh, 78 to 22. So yeah, I'm telling you, It's a done deal. The fact when you see Hart opt in, he's doing the Knicks a favor so they can get his boy on board. Him and Brunson did already discussed it. They're going to get the money. They're going to get this guy on board. Okay. So 80% of y'all with 59 votes say yes, he's going to be a Knick. And yes, I don't like it either. I'm not saying I like it. See, there's a difference between what Raw likes and what he thinks is going to happen. I don't like it, but it's going to happen. See, we don't have to like something to know what's getting ready to happen. I don't like it, but it's getting ready to happen. Dante DiVincenzo is going to be a Knick by Monday. Okay, just get used to it. Yeah, it's going to happen. Oh, and I'm hearing BEGLEY mention it too much. BEGLEY don't do that. He don't just mention stuff for nothing. When that cat keeps talking about this name all week, and he's been saying it all week, and now that this boy done opted in, it's over. Dante DiVincenzo is going to be a Knick, and Obi Toppin's going out. Okay, let's go to the next poll. Go to the next poll. You ready for the next one? Let's go to the next one. This is going to be a more controversial one, I think. Tell me what y'all think. Will Obi Toppin still be a Knick on July 3rd? Will Obi Toppin still be a New York Knick on July 3rd? Ooh, this one's close. 53% say yes, 47% say no. It's very close, but most of y'all, I hear you. I would love for Obi to still be a Knick on July 3rd, but I'm trying to brace myself and be realistic. I agree. I'm with y'all. I'm not, but I don't think it's going to happen, brethren. I think he's going to be traded. I think the reason they getting Dante is they're trading Obi. Yes, I agree, Russell Reed. And I'm not going to break on you for being in denial on this one. I can agree. I would love to keep Obi Toppin. I think the Donovan possibility is dead. It's not going anywhere. The Knicks are not getting him. That's what I think. And people are talking about 2 years from now. 2 years from now, the Knicks may not even want him. You understand? The Knicks may not even want him. So he's not coming to the Knicks this summer. I can tell you that. Yes, the Don did handpick him, but remember, if he's not going to get increased playing time, the Don's going to do him this solid and say, I'm going to find you a team that's going to get you playing time. The Don could do that. He was an agent, right? So he knows. Oh, Andrew is, that's two sides of the same coin. There's a dark side and a light side. Talking about Ujiri or Ainge. That's two sides of the same coin. I think right now Ainge is in more power position than Ujiri because Ainge did some deals, man. He got all of that capital for Gobert. He got all of that capital for Donovan Mitchell. And he just got John Collins really for nothing. Ainge is in a more powerful position. Whereas Ujiri has already now, you're going to lose Fred VanVleet for nothing. That's what's going to happen. You get ready to lose Fred VanVleet for nothing. Okay. And if you don't trade OG Anunoby, you're going to lose him for nothing because he's an unrestricted free agent next summer. So you better get something for him while you can. Because the longer Ujiri waits on OG, the more difficult it will be because everybody in the world is going to know he's going to be available. So nobody's going to give you anything. So you better try to get something for him this year. So Ujiri's under the gun right now. They're both terrible to deal with, but Ujiri's more under the gun right now. I agree. Obi's going to be that dude. He's going to be one of them Knicks that's going to be an ex-Knick, and they're going to like, we should never traded him. Not remember the same cats was yelling, oh, let's get rid of him. So yeah, Donovan's not coming. Donovan Mitchell, that's like 2022 news, That's 2022 news. Cat ain't coming either. Cat ain't coming. He is a professional bandit. Is he from Nigeria? No, seriously. Is Masai Ujiri from Nigeria? Because most of the bandits in Africa come from Nigeria. Let me see. Is he from Nigeria, this guy? Because, yeah, this guy, he's a professional rip-off artist. Danny Ainge style. Let me see. He's Kenyan. Okay. No. He's Nigerian. He is Nigerian. One of his parents is Nigerian. One of them is Kenyan. Now it makes sense. Oh, my gosh, man. And listen, I think 50% of my bloodline, of my African bloodline, is Nigerian. So I'm talking about my own people. And I know they can rip a brother off. Yeah. I know they can rip a brother off. Nigerians don't play that, man. Come on, man. I mean, of my African descent, most of my African descent is Igbo in Nigeria. So yeah, that I'm trying to tell you, man. Come on. Don't mess with Messiah, boy. He'll have you waiting on that wire of 45 million after you done took your money. Shoot. Don't mess with Messiah. I know. Imagine them two. Oh my gosh, man. Imagine that. Oh yes, locks. Of course, that's why we are raw Hebrew. Absolutely. Yeah, the Igbo tribe. For real. So, oh gosh. Anyway, yes, I would love to get Siakam, Andrew Abraham. I would love to get him. I don't think we will, but I'd love to get him. I would love to get Pascal Siakam. I would definitely like to get Pascal Siakam. Get him in here, please. For either RJ or Randall, but we already decided. I think we know we're not going to have Randall go anywhere. It's all right, Rich M. Thank you for all your help. And thank all of y'all. I mean, we have 551 people in here and 182 likes. They're gone. It's 50-50 on the Obi still here after 132 votes. 50-50 is about, I like that. That's appropriate. That's actually appropriate, y'all, because, it's 50-50. But I kind of tell you, the fact that Hart opted in today, I don't know about that. Starting five next season, at this point, is RJ, Grimes, Brunson, Mitch Robin, Randall. That's your starting five. What's changing right now is your bench. Obi's out. Dante's in. That's what's changing. Obi's out. Dante's in. Okay. Thanks, Russell Reed. I greatly appreciate that. Obi's out. Dante. That's my start. That's going to be a starting five. Unless they trade RJ, then whoever's he traded for, if it's Tobias Harris, if it's OG Anunoby, or whoever, there's your new starting five. So right now, but I would love Mikal Bridges is above all. If I can get Mikal Bridges, I'm doing it. But Hart is going to get an extension in August. What we don't know is how much. He's eligible for $80 million. That's the max he's eligible for. I don't know if he's getting that, but he's eligible for it. Yeah, they got to do something with Deuce because they got him for one more year at $2 million. They better find out what they can get from him and what they can get out of him. If they have him trotting off the bench for 30 seconds to play defense, they're going to lose him next summer. Somebody's going to get a good defensive guard and he's going to get rotation minutes for somebody. That's going to happen. PG, no. It'll be Tobias Harris because he's an expiring deal. I can see the Knicks getting him. And if they're going to trade OB anyway, I can see that happening. Okay. Building blocks, please. Building blocks. Building blocks. Come on, man. The Dawn, if anything, is not reckless. The Dawn is not reckless building blocks. Yeah. That's not, you might be confusing him with Isaiah Thomas. I think you might be. The Dawn is not reckless. He thinks 3 steps ahead. Diamond Holdings, come on, man. Stop it. You know you never leaving the Knicks. What you tripping about, man? Come on. Stop it. Don't trip. Yeah, the Dawn is very careful, man. He's surgical. So whatever he does, he knows he's doing what he's doing, man. He don't leave even with the mistake of the Fournier and Kemba Walker situation. Look, he got rid of Walker. He's about to get rid of Fournier. He know what he's doing, man. And he on the hook only for this year from Fournier. That's a worst case scenario. No, the Don is not reckless, man. Let's not be silly now. The Don is not reckless. Yeah, the Nova boy, the Wildcats, because you got 3 Nova Wildcats and 2 Kentucky Wildcats. Because you got IQ's a Kentucky Wildcat, Julius Randle's a Kentucky Wildcat, and of course you're going to have Dante, Jalen, and Hart as your Villanova Wildcats. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You can have 5 Wildcats on the team. The thing about Tobias, though, if the Knicks were to get Tobias, that would break up this whole lefty monotony, wouldn't it? He get at least now you only have 2 lefties instead of 3, wouldn't it? That would be, right? Break up this whole lefty monotony. If you got either OG or Tobias Harris, you break up this whole lefty foolishness. There's too many lefties, don't you think? It's just too many lefties, man. Diamond Holdings. Come on, man. You're getting a little crazy. In the world. Come on, bro. It's not that bad, man. It's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad. Not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Your size is going to be a issue. I agree with Adam Rodriguez. 3'6", 2'6" dudes and a 6'3" dude coming off your bench is an issue. There's no question. I don't care. You're going to have some problems some nights with that height. You definitely are. I think Larry Bird played in an era where they did not shoot as many 3-pointers by far as they shoot now. Look at the league thought process. How many 3-pointers were shot in the league in Larry Bird's day versus how many shot today? I can guarantee you it's at least twice as much today. So you're going to get guys that play that. Please don't mention Larry Bird with the same breath as Evan Fournier. Don't do that. That's disrespectful to one of the greatest players to ever play this game, man. Larry Bird is one of the greatest players to ever play basketball. Are you kidding me? Please. Don't even mention Fournier's name. That's one of them Twitter things. These 3 players did this, scratched their behind and blew their nose at the same time while scoring 20 a game. Only these 3 players did that. Come on, man. Don't mention it. Come on. No. Don't mention Larry Bird with Evan Fournier. Don't do it. Kendall Buchanan, thanks for the $10, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, don't do that. But anyway. Yeah, Barnes. Yeah, I heard something from Brooklyn. Barnes is 354. That's a good number for him. Daggone. I wish we'd have got that. That's $18 million a year. That's a good number for him. That's a good number for him. Really is. It's a great number for him. No, not every day you get a James Harden, but the Knicks do not need James Harden. We're not breaking up our team to get James Harden. So, no. We want a surgical move, not a blockbuster break up our team move. A surgical move. Let the Clippers try that blockbuster stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Coach Hauser. That's good. That's true, right? I would love that. That would be a perfect number for Josh Hart. It really would. 354? Let's do that. Yeah, I don't care what Hart wants. I could care less what he wants, New York or not. What I want is this deal to work in the Knicks' favor. That's all. And I don't want James Harden. But we can get some things to work in our favor with this. So let's see what we can do. No, it's not a surgical move. I wish it was. Ray Gomez, you got no argument for me, but that ain't going to happen, man. Let's get back into reality. Take a deep breath. Julius Randle's going to be a Knick in 23-24. That's it. Yeah, Harden's choked too many times in the playoffs. Too many times. Do you realize Harden played with 2 MVPs in Oklahoma City? He played with 2 MVP players in Houston. He played with 2 MVP players in Brooklyn. He played with another MVP player in Philly and hasn't gone to the finals yet. So wait. Y'all ready? So in Oklahoma City, he played with Kevin Durant, right? And Brody in Oklahoma City. They went to the finals. In Houston, he played with CP3. Who else he played? He played with CP3. Who am I missing? He played with a couple of dudes that was all-star level players in Houston. Couldn't get to the finals. Okay? in Brooklyn. He played with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. What, right. So what are we talking about with Harden again? And now he's with Joel Embiid, the MVP, and they can't get to they can't even get out of the East. So I don't want to hear nothing about Harden, man. I don't want to hear nothing about him. Come on, man. Let him go with his beard and score all the points he wants. Please go to Clippers. Have a good time. I just want to see if we can get rid of some bad contracts and get maybe Tobias Harris in here. That'd be good. That's all I want. Forget James Harden. Okay. JR hate. He talking about Julius Randle. He could, for good reason. He's a jerk. He's a 25-10 guy, but Julius Randle's a freaking idiot. He's a no IQ jerk that can play basketball and can rebound the ball at a very high level, but can easily lose his mind. Let's be real about it. There ain't no Julius Randle hate. That's real. That's balanced. A guy that can get you 25 and 10 on one night and disappear in the playoffs. It happens, right? I mean, am I lying? Am I lying, or does that describe him? A guy that can get you 25, can drop 57, and you still lose. Am I lying? A guy that can get you 25 and 10 and jump in his own teammate's face. A guy that can help you win at the half, jump in the ref's face and his own teammate's face and lose the game for you. That's Julius Randle. Okay, that's Julius Randle. But he ain't going nowhere. He's going to be a New York Knicks, so we got to try to win with him, period. We got to do it. We got to do it. We got no choice, y'all. Got to do it. Yep. Got to do it. Grimes is going to be in his third year, going into his fourth season. He'll get the extension before the end of his fourth season. Let's put it that way, Andrew Abraham. I don't know when he'll get it, but it'll be before. They're not going to let Quentin Grimes, unless he gets hurt and hurts his knee or something. But Quentin Grimes will never get to restricted free agency. Let me just say that to you. He'll never get to restricted free agency. It's not going to happen. Okay. So depending on how this year goes, and like I said, if you get my man 15 shots a game, no, they're going to re-sign him as soon as they can. So they're not going to waste any time with that. No, Quickley is going to stay here. He's here through next year. Here, all right. Let me give you here's another poll. Are you ready? Last poll of the night. Ready? Here we go. Last poll of the night. Will IQ be traded this summer? Will IQ be traded this summer? I don't care what he wants. Will IQ be traded this summer? Doesn't matter what he wants, MBIC. It's irrelevant. He can win everything he wants. He can win $1 billion. It doesn't matter. Will IQ be traded this summer? Do you know why, MBIC? Because he's under contract. So he's not going anywhere. I don't care what he wants. Okay? He's not going anywhere. They'll be talking all summer, and if it don't get done, they'll be talking all year. He's not going anywhere. So why do you keep saying he's gone then? He's not going anywhere. You started it. You said, oh, IQ gone. No, he's not going anywhere. He's here. So if you knew that, why did you type? He's gone. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be here. And even next year, he's a restricted free agent, which the Knicks can match any offer. So, okay, he ain't going nowhere. He's going to be here. Yeah, that's even next year. Yeah, they're going to probably do that. If they don't get anything done this year, they'll probably give them the qualifying offer next year, and then they'll work something out. That's what will happen. Yeah, maybe next season, but that's not even a given. We'll see what happens. Let me ask you something. Y'all ready? All right, wait. I'm not going to do a poll on this, but let me ask y'all something. The Knicks, let's say the Knicks go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year and lose in 6 games. And let's say IQ plays well in the playoffs. So the Knicks go to the Eastern Conference Finals and they lose in 6 games to whoever. And let's say IQ plays very well in the playoffs. Is he leaving? Is he leaving? Rome R, thanks for the $5. Do you think Julius' decision-making, ball-stopping attitude will be addressed? No, it won't. Julius is going to be exactly the same as he was this year. Exactly the same. We need another guy that's going to step up. And that's why we're talking about RJ's spot. We're talking about Grimes, because we need another guy. If we can get Grimes 15 shots a game, that's the guy. But we need another guy to step up. Julius is going to be Julius. He's not going to change. Okay, it's going to be exactly the same. He's going to win a lot of games for us, but playoff time comes in. I don't know. We'll see. We need another guy. Yeah, I believe Grimes can be that guy if given 15 shots a game. If they gave Grimes as many shots as RJ gets, it'd be a different story, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, it'd be a different story. Obi's going to be traded by Monday. Obi's going to be traded by Monday. By Monday. Yeah, Randall ain't changing. I'm accepting him. See, if you're going to accept that Randall's here, accept what he is. He is what he is. Accept him. He is what he is. He's got mental issues, but he can play ball when he's ready to play. Okay? Okay, we'll see. You guys know that Hart opted in. Hart opted in. Dante DiVincenzo is going to be a Knick by Monday. There's somebody that has to leave the rotation. It's not IQ. So it's going to be Obi. Okay. Me too, Omari. You ain't got no argument for me. But I'm trying to tell my brother here, Hart opted in. You're going to get Dante DiVincenzo this weekend. Somebody's got to leave. It's going to be Obi. Well, it might be. I'm not going to argue with you about that, MBIC. But I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. They're going to sign Dante DiVincenzo this weekend. Obi's out. Okay, that's going to happen. I would keep Obi before I even kept RJ. If I could start Obi at the 3, I'd do it. If the Knicks were amenable to do that, I'd be all in. If the Knicks said we traded RJ, we're going to move our Obi to the 3, I'm all in. I'm all in for that. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It's not going to. I'm going to be realistic. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay, so there you go. There you go. Yep, Randall didn't get technical foul in the playoffs because he didn't play. He didn't show up. He didn't care. That's why. He didn't play. He didn't show up. He didn't care. That's why he didn't get a technical foul. Yeah, you wish MBIC. This is not the last year for Tibbs. Tibbs is going to play out his 5-year deal. He's going to be the Knicks coach for the next 2 seasons. Get used to it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I put – no, it's not Tibbs. It's just that they don't want – it's the Knicks. So stop using everything to wipe your behind with Tibbs. Come on, man. But anyway, they're not going to do it. He's going to be traded. Okay, so it is what it is. So 80% of you believe IQ will be traded. Will not believe IQ will not be traded this summer. I agree with y'all. He's not going anywhere. The Knicks hold the cards right now. He knows that. So the Knicks he's going to be a Knick for at least the next season. He won't be happy when his boy Obi gets traded, though. He will not be happy about that. But I think he knows, and all of us know that's coming. Leon's inexperience is showing. Yeah, it is. He led the team to 2 playoff appearances in 3 seasons. They went from 17 wins to 41. They keep 5th in the East. They won their first playoff series in 10 years. Yep, his inexperience is definitely showing. Oh, my gosh, man. You guys see what I got to deal with every day? You guys see that? His inexperience is showing. Yes, it is. He keeps the Knicks under the luxury tax. Re-signed RJ and re-signed Randall and Mitch Robb. And they're under the luxury tax. And they get ready to add a player. But, his inexperience is showing. Okay. Wait. He drafted Obi, IQ, Grimes, Deuce, Sims, they're all still on the team. Okay, those 5. And 3 of them are in the rotation. But his inexperience is showing. Mitch, he signed Mitch. He re-signed. Mitch was drafted in the previous regime, but he re-signed Mitch to $60 million. One of the cheapest starting centers in the NBA. But his inexperience is showing. Okay. His inexperience is showing. We just need to get rid of him. He's too inexperienced. I'm saying, damn Knicks, daggone, man. Daggone. Some of y'all need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh, my God. Ah, gosh. Nah, I ain't good with Tibbs, too. No, I actually don't know what you're talking about, MBIC. I actually don't. I don't understand that logic at all. First, you came on here and said IQ is gone when he's not. And then you say Tibbs is, the Don's inexperience is showing. And I'm wondering what the hell you're talking about. I'm serious. What are you talking about? Woo, yeah. We're getting down. No, we're not getting Donovan Mitchell next year. Donovan Mitchell's not available for 2 more years. And by then, the world would have changed a lot. So don't worry about Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I know. Russell Reed, thanks for finding out we often overlook the superstar cast that the Dons put together. For example, Walt Perrin. I know that's too boring for people to understand how good Walt Perrin is and the fact that the Don got him. He got 2 key pieces. The Jazz had to change their whole organization. They lost Walt Perrin and they lost Johnny Bryant. But his inexperience is showing. Okay. And then wait, the best capologist in the NBA, he works for the Knicks. he works for the Knicks. Brock Aller, the best capologist in the NBA, he works for the Knicks. See, y'all keep listening to that dude that don't even work for the NBA no more. He's on television now, getting this big platform. And if he was any good, he'd still be with the NBA team, but he's not. I forgot the guy's name. But he's not even worth listening to. The guy that really got the job is Brock Aller. He's in the league, and he works for the Knicks. You understand? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you don't see some of y'all really that kills me. MBIC is a Knicks fan, and I'm arguing with him about the Knicks. If this was like, if we was talking about the Atlanta Hawks, that'd be a different story. But we're talking about the Knicks, 5th in the East, and he's telling me that the president of basketball operations inexperience is showing. Okay. I hear your thought process. He's not going to move Randall. So let's get over that. He's not moving Randall. Like I said, I like to look at things real. I hear y'all with your hopes and your dreams. But Crazy Julius is staying. He ain't going nowhere. I'm telling y'all. He's already out. He's left Andre B. Officially, his contract ends sometime this summer, but he's already gone. Rosas, the guy Rosas, whatever his name is, he's going to be the GM. I hear you thought process. Boom, 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 boom. Beat it, baby. Maybe somebody will hear it. All right, I hear you. Maybe somebody will hear it. Go ahead, man. Do your thing. Get busy on it. Organic. I hear you know what I'm saying, but hey. Hartenstein must go. Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop. Hartenstein is one of the best backup centers the Knicks have had in a long time. We're talking about a backup. He's one of the best backup centers the Knicks have had. You know how many games he won for the Knicks this year? Anyway. Y'all New York people, y'all stiff neck, man. Y'all stiff neck Nick Nation. You remind me of another nation I know that's stiff neck. Y'all stiff neck Nick Nation. Some of y'all, man, for real, for real. Nothing would make y'all happy. You know, a lot of times in New York, the sad thing is people like Tibbs and Leon are not appreciated until they leave. When they leave and you get somebody in here that don't coach no defense, you're like, oh, it was great when Tibbs was here. It'll be them same guys telling you that Tibbs needs to go. Them same dudes. Oh, man. Anyway, I remember. I've been around a long time. I remember we had some really bad coaches. I don't know if you remember this guy named David Fizdale. Yeah, you remember him? Then we had another guy named Derek Fisher. You remember him? We got an interim guy that I forgot his name. He used to be for the Lakers. Y'all remember any of these guys? Kurt Rambis. Come on. You remember, we've had some really bad coaches. Isaiah Thomas. How about that dude they got from Utah that traded Patrick Ewing? See, we've had some bad times here. I actually remember those times. And so I'm looking at those times and comparing them with what we got now. Appreciate what you got, y'all. Appreciate what you got. Okay? Appreciate what you got. The last really good coaches they had that they gave a chance was Jeff Van Gundy. They had Pat Riley and then Jeff Van Gundy. That's the last. I like Don Chaney as a coach. I like Don Chaney. The problem is they didn't give him no time. They gave Don Chaney, like, I don't know. They didn't even give him a full half a season. Isaiah was power tripping. Don Chaney was a defensive coach too. I liked him. Yeah, but yeah. Scott Layden, right? Scott Layden, that fool. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So I've seen too much. Some of y'all calling for Tibbs, really. You're showing how young you are because you ain't seen nothing. If you seen some of these guys, you ain't got to go back that far. Just remember David Fizdale. Remember Derek Fisher. That's all you got to remember. David Fizdale, Derek Fisher. Compare what they did to what Tibbs has done. Okay? Compare what they did to what Tibbs has done. This David Fizdale, you ain't even got to be that old. You can go back 5 years. David Fizdale, go back like 6 or 7 years. You can get Derek Fisher, and you can see some really bad coaching. Really bad coaching. Seriously bad coaching. I don't blame Hornacek too much, except Hornacek listened to Phil Jackson and was kissing his behind instead of coaching like he did in Phoenix when they won 48 games. He had just come from Phoenix and won 48 games, then changed his whole style because of Phil Jackson. And that's why he got dogged out too. But we've seen some bad coaching. Tibbs ain't one of them. Okay? He ain't. So some of y'all that's talking all of this mess, Woodson was a really good coach. He just ran into Phil Jackson. That was the problem. Phil Jackson ruined that party. He had won 54 games. They started off bad the second year, and then they went on a streak where they almost made the AFC. Melo had hurt his knee, had knee surgery, and the idiot tried to play in the All-Star game because it was in New York with a hurt knee, and he messed himself up. And then what he did, switched him to the 4. That's when Melo started playing the 4, and they went off. They went on a long winning streak, but they just missed the playoffs short. And then here come Phil Jackson and fired him because he's not a triangle dude. So there's some bad. We've had some bad coaches, man. Tibbs ain't one of them. Say what you want. He ain't no bad coach, man. Yeah, he's a really good coach. He'll be declared great if he wins a championship. But right now, he's a really solid coach. We got a good coach. Let's just keep him. Let's just move forward. Okay, get the players that fits his system, and let's see if we can win. That's all I'm saying. So right now I'm saying Tobias Harris fits his system. OG Anunoby fits his system. Jeremy Grant fits his system. You could have had Harrison Barnes, but he's resigned. He fits the system. Mikal Bridges fits the system. He's stubborn. Okay. And Julius Randle's crazy. But let's see if we can win with him. That's all. Okay. He's stubborn. He is. Tobias Harris fits like a glove to Tibbs' system. He does. Fits like a glove. He really does. So OG also fits like a glove. These guys they could just step in and bring the Knicks to the next level. Right? They really can. So yeah. And y'all know that do y'all realize that Tobias Harris is a Long Island guy? Y'all know he's from Brentwood, right? Tobias Harris, no, he's from Half Hollow Hills, like Wyandanch. Tobias Harris from Suffolk County, from Half Hollow Hills. Y'all know he's from Half Hollow Hills, right? So you know the Knicks are like his favorite team. So if he was on the Knicks, it'd be another homegrown dude coming back to New York. Nah, I think Tobias Harris played for Half Hollow Hills, which if you're from Long Island, you know that's basically Wyandanch, you know, when you live there. He went to Half Hollow Hills, though. Yeah. Tobias Harris from Half Hollow Hills, man. He's from Long Island. He's a Suffolk County dude. You know, so, you know, that's another New York guy. You know, so I know Andre B. It's true. Andre B. said it right. Anyway, listen. 69% of y'all don't believe Obi's going to be on the team on Monday. I agree with you. I wish it was different, but it is what it is. So look, please enjoy yourself. Tomorrow is going to be a big day, y'all. You may see some fireworks tomorrow. Now, I'm not going to be on tomorrow, but my man is going to be on tomorrow. Organic, please watch his channel tomorrow. Organic's going to be on tomorrow. Okay, he's going to be on, you know, doing his thing. Organic Fanatic is going to be on. Watch him. Some of these other knuckleheads, you know, y'all watch. I understand you want the content, but Organic Fanatic is a guy that knows what he's talking about. So watch him. And then I won't be here tomorrow, but I can't even guarantee I'll be here Shabbat on Saturday night. I got a lot of people coming over. I can't even guarantee. No, I'm going to be here on Sunday. I'm going to be here on Sunday. I should be here at 12 o'clock on Sunday for my normal Sunday time. Organic Fanatics going to actually come over Sunday morning, but yeah, I'm going to be on at noon on Sunday. We should be all good there. But Organic, can you give them the link to your channel? Organic, could you put that in the description, please, or in the chat? Organic Fanatic. I think if you look up Organic Fanatics, you will find it. But is there a link, bro? Can you give the link in the channel? In the chat here? He's probably going to get it right now. He's probably get it. Yeah, I know it's organic. Let me just see. Hold on. I'm gonna see if because there's got to be a link. Let me just look it up here. Let me see. The Organic Fanatic. I'm gonna look up your channel right now, bruh. And I got it right here. All right, I got it. I got it for you. Look at it. I got it for you. Here you go. Here you go. Y'all see that? It's right there. There it is. Yeah, no problem, man. So you got it right there. He'll be on tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot of fireworks tomorrow. I'm gonna probably have a morning show. He's gonna probably do something late afternoon or early evening. I'm gonna be back on Sunday. I'm gonna have a lot going on Sunday, but we'll be back Sunday. And then we won't be here Saturday night, though there'll be a lot happening. We'll be reviewing everything on Sunday, though. We'll be reviewing everything that happened. A lot's going to happen between tonight and Sunday. And we will talk about it, okay? So, yo, please enjoy yourselves, but be safe out there, man. Be safe. Watch your back. May the Most High protect you. Keep you safe. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it with your fam. Blessings and shalom.